in Sheffield. Right now, Tony Bellew is signing some gloves to the fans. Very nice of him doing so. Tony Bellew taking photographs with the fans here, showing some real love. It's Tony Bellew. Looking very sharp as well. Tony Bellew always dressed well in these occasions. How are you, Tony? We get a quick 2 minutes. Come down. Come down. 2 minutes for IFL.
Scumbag shit.
Who wins tomorrow night?
Wow, I don't know. This is a big 50-50. It's probably the most 50-50 I've had to call upon this year. Probably in the last couple of years. I edge ever so slightly towards Lee Wood because of the performance last time out. The fact that he's so active, 3 fights in 8 months is just unbelievable. So I edge slightly towards him. But listen, if Josh Warrington had boxed in the last 10 months, I'd have made him favourite. So I think Josh Warrington looked great on the scales then as well. Thought he looked absolutely brilliant. Lee always looks tight at the weight, but it is what it is, this is boxing.
You're still a fan favourite, aren't you? I can see a lot of people showing you love.
I don't know, mate, supposedly, but yeah, I'm thankful to everyone here, mate. It's lovely to speak to people and have a catch up and yeah, why would anyone ask me for the picture? I just don't get it, but it is what it is, mate.
Everyone loves the bomber. Right, quick question. If BENN EUBANK and FURY-USYK wound up on the same day, which one are you watching?
Well, one's on the phone, one's on my telly, innit? So both.
Well, you might be working at one of them.
Well, obviously I'll be at one, so there you go, I'll be at BENN EUBANK.
It's not good though, is it, to have those two fights on December 23rd?
You can't do that. I don't think it's good for boxing, but listen, it is what it is. It's like saying if you'd asked me who was I watching, Wilder or AJ or Usyk vs Fury, they're both just mega fights. I give all the fights so much credit. Good on Tyson Fury, because he needed to make this happen. You know, he's got his freak show in his circle.
Did you genuinely doubt he wanted to have that fight with Usyk?
I never doubt he wants to fight the best. I just doubt in his rationale and the people around him. That's what I doubt the most. I know Tyson. He's a lovely kid. He's a lovely lad. I've got nothing but love for Tyson Fury. I actually like him, but his thought process is just out of this fucking world. He's just nuts. So, like, he's impossible to deal with. But it is what it is. It's boxing.
How do you beat Alexander Usyk if you're Tyson Fury?
You box him. Because you know if you try and fight him and get rid of him, you're going to lose. You box him.
Because when people say about Fury's size and he's going to be too big for Usyk,
take it away from him.
Yeah.
You'll take the size away from him. The size won't be. Don't get me wrong. I've always said size is what beats Alexander Usyk, but you have to be able to utilise that size. So to utilise your size, you've got to walk a man down, pressure him and bully him. If you try and get rid of Alexander Usyk and bully him, you will play right into his hands. Not a problem at all. You have to box him. You have to draw him to you, bring him to you, draw his mistakes, because he does make them, just doesn't make fucking many of them.
And Anthony Joshua, looking back, obviously, there's talk about him fighting interim, a fight before this Wilder fight. What do you think about that? I mean, should he fight before he goes into this Deontay Wilder fight? Why
not? The more fights he has under Derek James or whoever he's working with, the better. Anthony Joshua is an unbelievably gifted specimen and an unbelievably good fighter, but he's still improving. So when you're in that process of still improving, you need to have more fights. The more fights he has, the better. He's always going to play catch-up Kugan with the likes of Tyson Fury. He's always going to play catch-up with guys who've had hundreds of fights or have been fighting all their lives. So when you're in that position, you've got to catch up. So you either stay in camp, which isn't preferably a good thing for me. Fights are better. So, you know, he's been busy. How many fights in now in the count? 1, 3?
Well, he's had 2 this year. He'll have 3 by the end of the year. So
you know, 3 fights, and his fights is mega shows, aren't they? Let's be honest, the big deals. So hopefully he's back out again before the end of the year.
Are we completely away from AJ Fury right now with all these situations with Fury-USYK, possibly a rematch, all this?
Has got to happen, and it will happen.
You still see it happening?
100%. That fight will happen. No matter what happens in either of their careers, at some point they will get in the ring and clash. 100%.
When are you fighting O'Hara Davies?
Right, I'm getting off. I'll see you after. I don't fight clowns, I fight real fighters. See you in a bit.